the day after the whole event for Nova from Boyz and the GT. Just gonna do a quick introduction. I have the 5 games back to back. My voice still kind of hurts from 3 days nonstop talking, meeting a ton of you guys, and just random other players from different game systems. And yeah, it was a really fantastic event. Really enjoyed it. Just due to the noise slash time constraint, even though I think we had 3 hour rounds, it still felt like at 2,500 we didn't have too much time to finish. So a lot of the games, usually around turn 3 or maybe even 4 in some cases, I just stopped recording as we were running out of time, and you'll see me just jump straight to the end and talking about the highlights, lowlights, and all that stuff. I'll just ruin the surprise now. I got 12th out of I think 58 players. My last game was fantastic against Peter, which I won't spoil it now. You can just watch it at the end of the video. And I managed to get best painted for the GT, which was fantastic. And you'll see it randomly in the middle of the video. Me and Todd got I guess like a painting excellent coin from Monument Hobbies, which is fantastic. So I'm going to show you what I got from Nova. Pretty decent haul. I'm pretty happy about it. So we got the Nova Best Painted. Then this is the Monument Hobbies excellent coin. They came over for camera to maybe interview and talk. I was in the middle of my game, so I didn't have too much time to actually discuss it. But it was really cool to get this. I got the sword for Boyz for 3rd Best General. And then Blue did give me the Boyz Best Painted certificate. Todd got the actual cup. And Blue said I can't win 2 awards on Friday, but he did give me this. So overall, really happy about the outcome. It was a fantastic event, especially hanging out with friends. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the recap slash quick battle reports. Definitely a lot more to come. I just need maybe a couple days of actual rest and vacation from content slash old world. But I'll be back with a new army, new painting guides, and of course more battle reports. So I hope you guys enjoy my Nova Grand Tournament recap. So we're at the GT. I'm playing against Victor, and he has a beautiful looking Vampire Count army. So I'll have his list in the description below probably. I'll just let him quickly give a quick rundown of what he has on the table.
Sure. We got direwolves, we got ghouls, we got a vampire lord on a zombie dragon, we got 24 zombies, we got a black unit or a black knight unit, we got my mortis engine with a level 4 on top.
That's awesome.
I got a unit of blood knights with a BSB attached to it. I got a 24 unit of Graveguard with great weapons. Got another direwolf unit. I have my Terrorgeist, and then I have another unit of Black Knights.
Yeah, it's awesome looking, guys. I'm very excited to play against it. I'm taking pretty much the same exact list, except I have 2 more extra flamers, and my castles got downgraded. We're playing a mission, Sacred Ground, so we have to hold these objectives in the middle. I'll just be recapping every single turn again, but yeah.
Fly, so I can at least get over the fight.
Yeah, so we just finished turn 1 for my demons. It was really simple. My whole line just moved forward because turn 1 I can't do much. We did 2 wounds off of there. A single ghoul died from my shooting. We're outside the charge range of his guys. My Furies did get a long charge, killed the hounds, and overran over there. So that's my turn. We just showed Victor failed a stupidity check on the mortis engine, so it's going to stumble forward, but we'll be back after his turn 1. So we just wrapped up Vampire Count's turn 1. And it was a little bit big just because my good friend Victor here, he failed his stupidity check twice, or 2 leadership checks, and he moved forward, which kind of, I think, changed his plan. But I'll let Victor go over what happened.
So we got ghouls coming in here to kind of regulate on the harpies.
Yeah.
We had a unit of direwolves come in and try to do an effort here because there were only 3 left in the unit, but that did not happen. Everybody else moved up, and I have stacked a lot of beef on this side of the table.
Yeah, so I'm not quite sure what to do. It is tempting that the Mortis engine is so close now, but I have to think for a minute. But we'll be back after Demon's turn 2. Yeah, we just finished turn 2 for Demons. Victor's being kind and holding a light. The lights went off at the venue, not sure why. The Lord of Change and Demon Prince did exactly what I wanted. We're outside the charge arc of the dragon and the Mortis engine, which is huge. There's 1 zombie left. They've been reduced really heavily. There's a crippled fight here. We both just did 1 wound each, so we're staying. And I just did a single wound from my flamers on the Black Knights to probably make them come back. But this is what the table, I pushed everyone back, so there's no charges to be done. And I do have this objective, so I'll note it down. So that's the end of Demons turn 2. We concluded Vampire Counts turn 2. I'll let Victor go over what happened, everything.
All right, so we got the ghouls are earning their lunch, so they killed a whole bunch of guys here. We lost the remainder of the zombies. I managed to revive a bunch, and then a bunch fell. I shimmy and shaked a bunch of stuff over here, so they're all kind of doing their thing. The Terrorgeist was able to fly over here and start attacking the blue hordes. Yep. So took a big chunk out of them, so he's looking healthy. I got one on the objective point, and then my Necromancer was not stupid this turn, so was able to do some stuff, but didn't put any wounds on anybody, but I was able to put the Hex on the Keeper Seekers.
Yep, so it looks pretty good. So we'll be back with my turn, 3. So turn 3 for Demons, I decided to, there was a very greedy play. Me and Vic talked about it for about like 10 minutes. There were some decisions to be made, but I opted for a bit more conservative. So I hexed all the units I could. So they're -3 toughness and strength, -1 toughness and strength. The Terrorgeist, which my Lord of Change killed, was -3 to strength and toughness. Mirage failed. The Ghouls finished off the Furies. My shooting did nothing to them, and my Prince flew just to keep the Mortis engine a bit humble. But I am contesting an objective now. So this is what the board looks like. We'll be back with Vic's turn 3. So we're back with Vampire's turn 3. I'll let Victor go through everything that happened.
Alright, so we got the charge off here, so we managed to push combat again.
Yep.
I ran, marched everything that was over here for the most part, just to kind of get away from that corner. So we're projecting force forward, so that way we are claiming the middle. We had the Brave Guard charge here and managed to wipe them out. They did not restrain to reform, so they had to move forward a bit. I got the Black Knights to move forward here, and then, everyone's pretty much center focused, so I'll get the 2 objective points this turn.
So we'll be back with Demons turn 4 now. So we just wrapped up the game. I'm so sorry, we were actually so close on time because the lights went out and all this crap. We didn't record the past like 2.5 turns, but we had to end the game. Total score, Vic actually got 801 points from me. I got 710. So we got 10 points for a tie, but I got 4.5 for the objectives. He got 2. So 14.5 to 12. I'll let Vic say some few words. He's a great opponent. I hope you say more on the channel. He's a beautiful army. So I'll let Vic say some highlights, some lowlights, and just how he felt about the game.
So it was a great match. It was very back and forth for a while. Very cagey movements, so I had to like really be on top of like, should I move here?
Yeah.
Should I move there? What's the swift stride math of me getting there?
Yeah.
But overall, the Ghouls overperformed. The Blood Knights way underperformed. The Terrorgeist did some damage, but maybe won't make it into the next list. But we'll see what happens. But
But thanks for the game, man.
Have a good one, guys.
Yep. So guys, we're at game 2 of the GT, and I'm with Tim. He has a great looking Tomb King army. We won't go into the army list into detail, and we have far too many spells to actually talk about. So I'll let him go over a brief overview of what the army he's taking. I'll probably have the list in the description below. So I'll let Tim go over what his army comprises of.
So on the table we've got a unit of skeleton warriors with a war banner and a mask that gives terror to the champion. They have a detachment of 15 skeleton archers next door. 2 Necrosphinxes behind the woods here. Behind the Necrosphinxes we have a pair of screaming skeleton catapults with skulls of the foe. We have 2 Casket of Souls. We have 6 Ushapti with ritual blades. We have a Tomb Scorpion that just took its Vanguard move. And then for characters, I've got my level 4 Necromancy, who's my general. I've got a level 2 of Illusion with the Ruby Ring of Ruin. I've got my BSB, who is a level 2 of Necromancy, and I have another level 2 of Illusion. Then off the table, I have 2 Tomb Scorpions ambushing, 4 Tomb Swarms ambushing, and 8 Skeleton Skirmishers ambushing.
Yeah, he got a lot of stuff. Again, my army is very generic. I vanguarded my Furies, my Prince, my 4 Flamers, my Lord of Change, my BSB, my Soul Grinder, and the remaining of my force is down here. So we'll be back with recapping turn 1. So we just finished Tomb King's turn 1. Tim kind of just, finagled a bit. I'll let him discuss what he did in more detail. But yeah, Tim, take it away.
Yeah, so we just moved the Scorpion over, filled these guys out. This failed to cast Light of Protection, which is the protection spell. This one succeeded though, so my army does all have a bubble of 6-up ward, -1 to hit. My general cast a Spiritual Vortex here, which gave -1 leadership to the unit of Furies. Then both my Screaming Skull Catapults shot towards it, giving it another -2 leadership.
Yeah.
Then between Fireball from this guy and Light of Death from here, we almost but not completely wiped out the unit of Furies. That was turn 1.
Yep. So we'll be back with Demons turn 1. So we finished Demons turn 1, kind of went to what my plan was. So the Lord of Change got the charge I needed, rolled really well, blew through him and hit through Shop T, got the Furies where I wanted them out. The Demon Prince can't be targeted by the Screaming Skull. I'm in the minimum range. And because Tim's castling up, I have to just play around the castle. It's pretty much playing a dwarf army, but they're bones instead. So I will be back with Tim's turn, am I crazy? Yeah, turn 2. And I should note, my Soul Grinder failed a long ball charge. I think I'm happy with this just because I think if he was there, I don't think he would be countercharged by the 2 Sphinxes, so I think this was a better play just being back here. So we'll be back with Undead turn 2. So turn 2 for Tim went, I think, really well for this, but I'll let him talk about everything else.
So for everything else, there was a Screaming Skull Catapult. Pair of them went into the Soul Grinder, and I believe dealt 2 wounds?
Yep.
Or 1 wound.
You did 2 wounds. 2 wounds.
Great.
You get +1, D3 +1.
Yeah.
So
this Casket of Souls continued to not be able to cast anything. Didn't have a lot of other magic going on this turn. I brought in a Tomb Scorpion to block some line of sight on his Demon Prince over here, and I brought in another Tomb Scorpion behind those Flamers.
Yeah.
And then the big questionable thing is I moved my Necro Sphinxes way up the board. They're out of the line of charge for the Soul Grinder, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. But his Demon Prince could charge them from behind, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll be back with Demons turn 2. Yeah. We are talking about the combat. So Tim was nice enough that he had a champion. I didn't know he had one, so we went for the challenge. I did a single wound. He made 2 6-ups, and I took 3 wounds. But he decided not to follow up. He blocked himself with the reserve move, so he decided just to reform.
They're supposed to be here.
Yeah, no worries. So we'll be back now with Demon's turn 2. We finished Demon's turn 2, so it'll be Tomb King's turn 3. Pretty significant turn. I got 2 sick Mirages off, so there's Shop T, and this guy can't do anything. Soul Grinder moved up, shot, did really nothing. The biggest thing that happened was the Demon Prince barely killed the Scorpion and overran, so he's in the backfield a bit. Then the Lord of Change killed the Casket, one of them. A big explosion happened. None of these guys actually got hurt, so it's okay. But now he's in the back zone. So this is what the table looks like. I still think Tim's in a good spot. I'm just sweating like crazy because it's a really hard game. Our magic is going insane. He's rolling like 6s and 10s. I'm rolling 11s. It's going back and forth. So we'll be back on the new round, turn 3. So Tim's writing down the sportsmanship. Great game. 11-9, went to the Tomb King, so my streak ended. Very brutal game. It was legitly, both of us had +6, +5, constant dispelling. We kind of rushed it, and I did apologize to Tim. I felt like we both rushed a bit because by the time we got to turn 3, I think we were like over halfway done with the game. But highlights for me, I won't sugarcoat it. My magic was very strong. I kept rolling for dispelling. I kept dispelling. So I won't lie about that. I did get a lot more dispels than I should have. I'll let Tim talk about some. Oh, one other low light. My Lord of Change failing 3 ward saves was actually game changing. So I'll let Tim talk about his highlights, what he felt went well, and what he felt went a little bit bad.
Yeah, so I think like what went well is the Skeleton Warriors did their job of never dying and not giving up points. My Screaming Skull Catapults were actually the all-stars this game after being bad every other game, which is really good because they were able to. That's what killed the Lord of Change.
Yeah.
It was the bullseye. Though I think
No, you took him down to a wound.
because he rolled a 2, so DC +1. And then that Mind Razor got a cheeky 6 to wound. I said, I can't believe it.
Yeah, the Mind Racer that I think he passed the leadership on.
He got like
So it was
D3,
strength
6.
hits, and got a wound through.
And he had
toughness 6.
Yeah.
5 up, 4 up, was it?
No, it ignores my ward, so the 6 just killed me. So.
Oh my god. So yeah, I mean the leadership bomb didn't exactly go off, but I think things worked out okay. The triple miasmic barrage was brutal. The Ushapti won the 1 combat, and then spent the rest of the game reforming backwards and forwards. The Necro Sphinx in the end, I think actually didn't do anything till the end, but it was able to.
He got you 116, which got him much closer.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
which I think is what got me ahead. So no, it was a really great game. First time playing Demons to Chaos has me thinking about building a list too. Low light, I will say. GW, please change how flying skirmishers work. It's so painful to play against them because you need to position so well, and as soon as you make a mistake, they fly behind you and charge.
Yeah, the one thing Tim was referring to was he did such a good job of putting everyone around, but because of how this stupid game works, even a small sliver of line of sight, I can just declare the charge. So that's a thing where it should be definitely fixed because there's too much mobility, I would say.
Like this.
Yeah, so Tim literally created the Great Wall of like skeletons, and I still found a very tiny opening.
Yeah.
So it was a really good game. Thanks so much, Tim, for it, man. Oh yeah, so this is our last game for today. My voice hurts. I'm playing against a really cool dude named Dan. He has an amazing tzeentch Warriors of Chaos army, so it's perfect. Tzeentch armies on both sides. My army is very generic. It's a very unique mission where I'm an attacker, he's a defender. So we have this weird deployment. I got a little bit here, more focused here. I'll let Dan talk about his amazing army. So go for it, Dan. Just run down what you got.
We got a unit of 5 Chaos Marauder Horsemen, a unit of 19, 20 of these Marauders as well, the flails. We got Forsaken, the OG Chaos Warrior models, 2 units of 3 Dragon Ogres. We got Archon turned into a Chaos Lord on a steed. We got our level 4 Tzeentch Sorcerer. We have a Shaggoth, a unit of 20 Chaos Warriors. And in the back here, we have a unit of Chaos Chosen Warriors, and also our last unit of 5 Marauders.
He's got amazing looking force, and I guess if you know Dan from 40K, this is him. So Dan's taking a quick break right now. So we just finished turn 1. He marched his chosen knights, through drill formation. He marched his marauder cab. Everything pretty much marched forward. Everything's aggressively. His sorcerer got a cheeky fireball through the gap into the pink horse, which you can draw line of sight, killing 11 of them. So he had Ruby Ring of Ruin and his actual fireball, so it was really good. We'll be back with Demons turn 2. Really fun game so far. Very exhausted. Throat really hurts, and I'm tired. So we just finished Demons turn 2. It was a pretty brutal turn. He stopped a lot of my Mirage and spells. I did reduce his Knight's toughness by 2, and I think weapon skill, so we did do at least 1 wound, but he's going to charge in. My Lord of Change and Furies and Soul Grinder killed the Warriors of Chaos, caught them. Soul Grinder overran into his Lord. My Demon Prince beat the Dragon Ogres, but didn't kill one. He actually fled, but I ran into the second unit. Then my 4 Flamers here reduced the toughness by the Marauder Horsemen, and we shot them to death with shooting. And I think maybe 1 Pink Horde did a wound on a Marauder. So that's what the table looks like at turn 2. So Dan's taking another bathroom break. So we'll recap his turn 2. He just kind of aggressively moved up the walls. He kind of gave up trying to get the Flamers as I have the distance to always walk away from him. So he's now trying to just commit to the blue horrors and the pink horrors. Then the Demon Prince here beat the Dragon Ogres. I didn't follow up. I reformed so I can charge his Chaos Sorcerer. Then the Soul Grinder got brutalized by the Chaos Lord with the Ogre Blade. I didn't want to do that, but with the overrun, I had no choice. Then over here, surprisingly, my Flamers actually did kill a chosen knight in combat. We killed one through the stand and shoot, and he killed 2, but we lost no wounds for the crumbling. Then over here, the Flamers actually killed 2 of the Marauders in combat, and I lost 1.5. So looking decent for the Demons of Tzeentch. It is a hard game, actually. But we'll see what I can do to get out of this predicament. So we'll be back with Demons turn 3. Guys, we were very tired. My throat hurts. I think Dan's goddamn tired. So I'm just gonna talk for like 5 minutes. We had to just. I played grab ass. We wrapped up the game. Dan's a fantastic opponent. The final score was 886 to Dan, 1,038, 11-9. So at the end, 16-12. This was probably my closest game out of Boyz and today, because after turn 2, I thought I lost. Then turn 3, I thought I won. Then turn 4, it went back to him. So this is probably the most stressful game I've played against a really fun opponent. So hopefully you guys can see him more. So I'm showing this monument. Me and Todd, I don't know what this actually was, but a dude walked by for monument hobbies, and we got awards for our Carnival of Chaos and Tzeentch army. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, look at that. Badass. It says, "In monument hobbies we trust." So
Yes.
here we go. We're at dinner after the first day. This was Zach, Todd, Luna, and we got Tom and Sam. Oh God, Sam. So no worries. So guys, we're starting the 4th game for the GT. And we're starting a bit early, so I got my tzeentch deployed. And we're playing for 2 missions in the middle, and I'm playing against a really cool dude named John. He has an amazing looking Empire army. So I'll let him go over his army real fast. You don't have to go into detail, just go down the line of what you got.
So, core, 2 bricks of knights, pretty basic. 3 5-man archer units, 2 of them scouted behind you.
Yep.
Then I got demigriffs, steam tank, outriders, my artillery, which is my win condition. So 2 hellblasters, 3 cannons, 3 engineers, basic captains in both those units. I do have a witch hunter with suffer not the demons, so apropos.
And guys, I want you to appreciate how lovely this Empire army is. I feel like it captures like the grim, dark nature of them, and then the badass wizard lord. So
Who's staff
oh,
broke?
staff broke. Yeah, the flaming one. So we'll be back with a turn 1 recap. So we finished demons turn 1. I'm very lucky I got the first turn. A little funny thing here, I did whiff this combat, which is really funny here. But the Lord of Change came in. I did do 4 wounds to the steam tank. I took 2 in return. I did win it though, and I pushed him back. We did actually kill both engineers, it looks like, from a mine raiser and some shots. They shot, did nothing. We actually whiffed this combat, which is kind of funny, but maybe there's a still chance to kill that guy. And then these flamers also whiffed. We shot and did nothing to the skirmishers. So we'll be back with Empire turn 1. So we wrapped up Empire turn 1. I'll let John go over. He had a pretty great turn actually, so I'll let him go over. I think so, because you got a lot of points from the flamers. So
Well, let's see. I shot some of your flamers there, lost this combat with my last engineer, shot everything at him and did what?
4 wounds.
4 wounds.
Not bad. I think you killed 2 here also.
Killed 2 of them with a fireball.
Yeah.
They whiffed again in the corner.
Yeah, so this will, I don't think we're going to die here, so we'll see what happens.
And I think that was pretty much it.
Oh yeah, John did move his sorcerer guy outside of the unit. I think he wants to do a good counter charge here. But that should be everything. I think John has a lot of counter charges coming in on his turn, so we'll see if my demons can hold up. So we finished demons turn 2. I just moved a lot of things back because John had a lot of charges. We had to do a lot of measuring. I had to roll a 6 to get a very long disordered charge. John declared to flee with 1 cannon. I did roll the 6, so I got into 1 cannon. He killed it, overran to the second one. Lord of Change killed the steam tank and is over here against him. And the Furies finished the Hellblaster volley gun. We did 2 wounds here, but now he's out there. And I threw my Demon Prince maybe to receive a charge from the Knights. So that's what the demon. Oh, and then the cripple fight, I tried shooting. These guys are impossible to kill, so I don't know what I can do about them. So that's Demons turn 2. So Empire turn 2. I'll let... No worries, so I'll just quickly talk what happened. John had, I think, a really good turn. It's a lot is missing because so much happened. His demigriffs made a great charge to my soul grinder, popped him. Then they overran into my Lord of Change, did reduce him by I think a wound, but with my spectral doppelganger, I just killed 1. I barely won combat. He had rolled an amazing long flee, but I rolled 1 just above. I caught them and reformed. But then over here, John managed to do 2 wounds to my general. I did 2 wounds back. he won, and I did take an additional wound, so my general is about to die most likely. So I'll let John say I'll let him run down anything else he's feeling, or so the cripple fight continues. We both he shot at me, nothing happened again. So I do believe no one here will die by the end of the game. But that should be everything. He did go into marching column. He is 9.5 inches out. So that means if I do shoot, I am over short range. So that's the Empire turn 2. We finished Demons turn 3. My Lord of Change declared a charge on the Wizard Lord. We did catch him, failed to reform. Furies charged. This Hellbastard did a wound, just barely won. Ran over into this cannon. My Prince killed his captain but lost combat because of combat res. I got pushed back. And then we finally killed a single dude here, but that was the extent of my turn. So we'll be back with John's turn 3 Empire. So guys, we wrapped up the game. The final score was I killed 1408. John got 1486, so it was a 10-10 tie. But I got 3 objective scores and John got half of one, so 13-10. It was a really fun game. A lot of back and forth because I thought I had in the beginning, then it swung right back to John's favor in my opinion. And the last turn, his last cannon here turn, shot. I had 2 chances for a 5-up. I failed and my Lord of Change just blew up. So I'll let John go over some highlights, some lowlights on how he felt overall. Go for it, man.
High highs, low lows. Yeah, your skirmishers charging into my war machines that first round like really messed up my plan. Was able to turn it around a little bit. Got really kind of bloody there, and yeah, good times. Except for in the woods, I didn't get bloody at all.
There's one dead dude. Yeah, it was. But guys, John's actually he lives locally. He's a great dude. Please pause the video in the beginning and look at his paint jobs because again, I think this is one of the best Empire armies I've seen in my opinion. But John, thanks for the game, man. It was really fun, man.
Thank you.
So we are playing the last game for the GT. I'm playing against Peter again. He got his Bretonnian slightly different. So I'll just go over my list again. I have 2 units of Flamers.
If you find an extra rulebook,
Furies, Vanguarded, my Lord of Change, BSB, and these are just chilling here. My Demon Prince is chilling here, and all these are chilling here. So the whole deployment is we're looking to save my most expensive unit and my cheapest unit. I'll let Peter just quickly go down. You don't have to say the whole army list, just what you got.
Matayome, Grail Knights, General here on a Royal Pegasus, 2 units of men-at-arms, you have 5 Pegasus Knights with a level 4, a BSB behind them, Peasant Bowmen, Knights of the Realm, Pegasus Knights, and my cheapest unit back here.
Yeah.
My most expensive unit is the Grail Knights.
Yep, and then these guys are blocking line of sight right now, so I can't see them, they can't see me. I also have a large target. So we'll be back with, probably, we'll roll off and see who goes first. So we finished Demons turn 1. This is honestly going to be either it'll pay off or I'm basically through the game. So Peter has a Falcon Horn. I've played Peter before twice now. We know what our lists do. If he blows a Falcon Horn, my army does nothing, and he'll actually come around and kill me. So because Peter blocked all of his line of sight, he can't charge any of the infantry. All he can see is a Soul Grinder and a Lord of Change. And I don't mind if he comes in because I have a lot of MR for once, magic resist. If he wants a Lord of Change, it's dicey. And I'm in such a position where I'm not too worried about it. I just got some shots here randomly. And so far, this is what the board looks like. So everyone moved up in weird angles where they can't be seen, besides him. And these guys moved so they can look this way. But here's what the table looks like. My turn only took maybe like 15 minutes. We'll go to Bretonnian's turn 1. We just finished Bretonnian turn 1, so I'll let Peter go over what happened.
Okay, got the Falcon Horn off, so no fly zone is in effect for the demons. Moved some stuff over here, it's kind of a mess. I charged both the peasant units into here, hoping to get him to like overrun or something like that and just draw him out of there. He'll probably get charged there, but I can hold up for a turn, I think. Over here, they moved up over there, and that's about it.
Yeah, so that is all of the... That's Bretonnian turn 1, so Demons turn 2. So Demons turn 2, I had to play really cagey, so I'm really lucky. I got the Mirage off of his really killing Pegasi Lord. We got a mutation off on the Grail Knights. We did a couple wounds off the Men-at-Arms. my whole army gave way from the middle. So we had a charge from the Lord of Change to the Knights. We'll come back to that. We have a rules question. My Furies, BSB, and the Prince charged the men at arms. Did it not the most, but a decent amount. We did catch them. Okay. Yeah. So we did catch them, killed them, and then these two just held. I let my Soul Grinder just march up. There's no killing blow here, so I'm not too worried. But you know, if Peter spikes it, I could die with my guy. And then these guys hid from the Bretonians. So that's everything. We'll come back after this plus Peter's turn. Bretonian turn 2. I'll let Peter discuss what went well with his phase. So go for it, Peter.
Okay, so I went and killed some flamers here, but they're stuck fighting the demon prince now because I clicked by like about 2 millimeters. And moved some other stuff off, got them to the web so they can see. Moved these guys over here. BSB joined the unit.
Yep, so Peter's playing really well. It's hard for me to actually navigate. I think I'm doing decent, but there are just some decisions to make. So we'll be back on Demons turn 3. Demons turn 3. The gamble did pay off. Actually, me and Peter both rolled extremely shit for our Samlin spells. He rolled 4, I rolled 6, even with a reroll for the Will of tzeentch. So I think I barely killed her. The stomps got me the extra. And then, I will admit, the Furies rolled a bit above average. We did actually kill a peg from him. The Demon Prince killed one. Lord of Change captured the unit. That's what that looks like. We put a column of crystal. And again here, Mind Razor, Peter rolled too high, which is not a bad thing, but failed leadership and took a higher strength hit. And that's everything. So Peter, this guy's not miraged. 2 guys did die from shooting, but they're gonna charge soon. So that's everything for Demons turn 3. So Demons turn, Bretonian turn 3 just finished. I'll let Peter go over what happened.
Alright, so basically they clean up with a bunch of guys with magical attacks, and felt kind of bad about it, but I killed a bunch of T3 demons back here, and some of them stuck, but that's about it.
Yeah, so not long for the world.
Back here.
Oh, epic. The Yeomen.
The next thing the Yeomen have ever done is they charged the BSB and killed the BSB.
They got a lot of points back. So that should be everything. We will be back with Demons turn 4. Guys, what an incredible game. The final score was Peter killed 1,224. I killed 1,266. We got a 10-10, and we both scored the same exact victory conditions, 14-14. So, Peter, how do you feel about the game? Highlights, lowlights, and everything else.
Lots of dead peasants, and I think my favorite part was the amount of yeomen running down your BSB.
Yeah.
So that was fun. It sucked losing a lot of stuff in the beginning.
Yeah.
It was good. So.
Yeah, great game, Peter. Thanks so much, man.